It's allowed us to go out into the community and say, we are here as a club, and this is a focal point. We can stand alongside the police officers of the community and say, we're supporting them. Policing has taken on a completely different role in the last 10 years. We're never going to go back to the days of a police officer on every street corner. It's not going to happen. Crime has changed, and we all have a part to play in keeping our communities safer.
Go on! Yeah!
Because I've lived in Totton for over 30 years, and over the years I've said that there's nothing for the youngsters to do, and when getting involved as vice chairman of this club, I found that basically we're in a position where we could implement something that would support the community, rather than just talk about it, do something about it. So we are at the moment delivering great things for the local community.
What we tried to do with Stags and Community was really pick up from the work that the club were committed to doing, and that's putting the club at the centre of the community and making the community feel that this is something that they are part of, that it's accessible and it's inclusive.
We link up with a local police force, and basically we've got a good partnership with them at the moment. And they're quite high profile, and we discuss, and if there is someone who comes under or into the radar, then we offer the fact that they can come up and be part of the club in whatever capacity they feel safe and happy in.
So what we've looked to do is to build a series of programmes right across the age groups from the very young to the very not so young, and have activities that are going on here during the week and on match days where people feel that they are included and that this club is really taking their lives seriously, so that we can create that stronger, safer community that we all want to see.
They're our future, and we have to lead forward and set examples for the youngsters, and if we set examples and good examples, then basically they've got stuff to do and they will lead into hopefully better lives. There's one lad, we got an example that he's gone down the wrong track in life. So we sat down with him, he came through the police onto our radar, and Simon and I sat with him, and we agreed that if he wanted to change his lifestyle, then he could through the club, and we'd support him, help him, but he'd have to look at the contract we'd signed up for, set up for him. He signed that contract to agree not to go out and do the things that he'd been doing, and so far, fingers crossed, he's looking at a different lifestyle than he did 3 months ago.
That's where these opportunities really prove fruitful, is you've got to put in the tough, hard work to really see the changes taking place.
Like I said before, if we get them in here and they're actually doing stuff within here, then they're not on the streets doing stuff that possibly they shouldn't be doing.
I got disillusioned with Premier League football when it was costing a small fortune to go home and away everywhere, and a friend took me to see AFC Totton, and I found it was a very, very friendly place to come. Things like the walking football, including the elderly that might not get out, might not have the will or the want to go to the gym, but they can come up here in an informed environment, have a laugh, and do something active rather than just sitting at home doing nothing. We've got people in our own community that are excluded, that are isolated, that are vulnerable, and this gives them the knowledge that on their own doorstep they can get involved in something, or they may be able to refer a friend or a relative and we'll accept them. I think it's amazing.
We were very fortunate to get the grant from the Police and Crime Commissioner, and that was very much around the safer communities and building that safer community around sport. So what we've been able to do with that grant is to offer these sorts of opportunities that we've talked about with young people, to bring them down here, to bring people together. It's what stems from the opportunities around the club as well. Sport is really important. important, and you know it does give us that platform from which to really launch conversations. Not everybody's going to be into sport. Some might want to get involved with Ken and his team out on the pitch and learn more about the groundskeeping. But you know, some might come up on a match day and come and help out with Claire and the stadium team, you know, as security, and just giving them something that they feel they can hold on to and be a part of.